Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Cloud. In the last part, we had to watch quite a few excruciating cutscenes and actually have literally no action in the game up until this point. In this part, well, welcome to the first dungeon, boys and girls. Aw. Sorry, had something stuck in my teeth. This dungeon is obviously themed like a cave because it's called the Divine Beast Cavern. But, as you can see, the minimap actually overlays on top of... Hang on. Anyway, it overlays on top of our, like, site, and this is our HUD. As you can see on the bottom left, there's the speed bar, which speed orients to how fast that will refill. Obviously, it's really slow at this point. You can see our health and stuff in the top left. And then on top right, you can see we have our floor number, a circular object, and a rectangular object. Right above the character is our quick bar, as I call it. And like I said, there's the map, just right under the floor number. Anyway, here's some left. Like, right off the bat, even. It's really just simple to collect. Only Nathan, or Tuan, however, Tone, I guess is proper pronunciation, can only collect it, so don't try it with anybody else. Not like anything bad will happen. Let's see. Hang on, I'm trying to remember some things. There we go. Circle to lock on. Honestly, it took me a little bit to figure that out. Jeez. Wow, really? On the first floor. It's locked. Forcing it open may activate a trap. Force open. The trap is poison. Trap with an explosion. Haha! If it's ever explosion, you can just run away from it and you can dodge it, so it's explosion. What kind of weapon did we get? Oh, that's pretty good. A Baselard. Basically want to upgrade from... I forgot how to guard. There. Oh, crap. First dungeon in the game, I'm already getting my ass kicked. Ow. Crap. Thank you. Actually, I had to use those. Jeez. Not something I want to be using the whole time. Oh, and there's the gate key. Wow. Okay, so this dungeon is Drawn's Crest. Circle lock on. Right bumper to guard. Or R1, actually. L1's actually switch targets, and you can... Bats. You can actually go into first person by hitting R2, I mean. R1's to guard, and R2's to go into first person. Actually, R1's also to rotate the camera, but you can do that with the analog stick, which I actually do like doing a lot better, because then I actually have more dynamic control of my character. Right here, we have an attachment, fire. Anyway, let's get into attachments and to Atla. And I also... Actually, that is better, but also at the same time worse. We'll equip it. How many things can we build? As you can see, there's a new option. This one has build up attached to it. Basically, you can upgrade your weaponry. See, that one requires thunder. That one requires thunder, except it doesn't require more speed. I'm going to go and take the speed route, which will be the top one. And we can go ahead and attach this, and as you can see, it increases our fire stat. So they're obviously elemental kinds of attachments. That much we will know for now. I don't want to equip it on this yet. I want to keep it off. So let's go ahead and get going. We're actually completely out of healing items except for our water, which hopefully we won't find the need to use yet. Either way, let's just keep going. Okay, right there, Skeleton Soldier. Obviously, he can block because he's got a shield. He doesn't do it often, though. Okay. I don't need this for the two of you. Thankfully, there's a spring up there. Basically, oh jeez. Sources of water in this game act as a couple things. First of all, completely replenishes your water meter and also completely refills your health. So they actually act as a refill point. However, for weapons and such, they do not affect. Right here we have a special kind of gate. This is just a regular door. What we need, though, there's a bone-shaped keyhole. We need a key for it. find. It's excruciatingly painful to walk this slow. As you can see, I'm not very good with the camera, so I'm sorry if I make you seasick or anything. Come on. The only good way to get these guys is to counter them. As you can see, they're dropping little bags. That's gold. Okay, here's the gate, but we don't want to go there yet. We basically want to stay on this floor until we have all the Atla. Cave bat. Cave bat's obviously basic flying enemy. There we go. Oh! As you can see, Dasher is just a humanoid-like. I think it's classified under Beast. So here we have another skeleton soldier. Obviously, this is a undead. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be. Either way, let's go ahead and... Yep, hang on. Grab that Macho's house. Which I suppose we can go ahead and check out our diorama parts, and then we have a few things. As you can see, trees and roads are on the side, just like Macho's house, but Macho's house has a little option area. And right now we can only get 2 placed in. We have 2 characters and then a bunch of unknowns. Either way, we'll find out what those unknowns are as we get the 2 guys. Right here we have Macho. He obviously belongs in Macho's house, but I'm going to do most of the editing when we have to. More Atla. It's just generally a good idea that if you see Atla, you want to go for that first and ignore all enemies. Come on, you stinking cave bat. There we go. Jesus, Baselard is just starting to get a little weak. Chimney. Chest. All chests face towards the south, so it's just really weird. You also open all Atla from the south, as you can see here. I think this is just like directionally oriented code, basically meaning that they didn't have like a random number generator in order to determine which direction a chest or Atlamilia will, well, not Atlamilia, Atla will face. Use Atlamilia as if it's the plural form of Atla, which it should be. But, so just basically, all it really means is that you always have to approach a chest from the south side to open it. Wow. Oop. Ah! That's what I was avoiding. Crap, I gotta go back to the spring. Poison is extremely annoying, because it actually takes off a percentage of health and not actually like a set number, and then growing increasingly stronger over time. And it is a slightly faster interval. There are a few ways to cure it. One is the antidote potion, and the other one actually happens to be something called a stamina drink. But a stamina drink can affect all status ailments, because it will give you a status called stamina, and I think it's exploiting the game's code, but as soon as stamina wears off, all other negative status ailments will also consequently wear off. That beeping sound that you hear is alerting us that our weapon's HP is low, and I do happen to see that, and I am getting slightly concerned. However, we only have 1 bag of repair powder, so I'm trying to save it, and if I ever at all need to switch back to my dagger, I will. But I want to keep the dagger out of my character's hand as often as I can, because I don't want to upgrade that, because it's practically a useless weapon to upgrade. Even though you can break it down and the dagger will... Actually, that's kind of something we haven't gotten to. Basically, if you upgrade a weapon enough, you can break it down into an attachment and attach that to a weapon. However, it goes into a specific slot, and it's that blue slot we saw with our Baselard. Baselard, I think it's called. Okay, wow. I'm actually doing what Necroscope would usually do and just kind of let this thing's weapon HP go all the way down to 1 and then repair it, which is a bad idea. I'm not going to engage that bat until I repair this thing, because it'll die if I don't. Here's a lamp, and that is all the Atlamilia on this floor. Crap. There are a couple ways to repair a weapon, but they both use repair powder. One is to go here and click repair. The other way is to go into items, drag and drop the repair powder onto your weapon. So, just in case you're ever curious. Come here. I'm already poisoned, so I'm not that frightened. There we go. Alright. Right here. A question mark will always typically refer to as a little something that'll allow you to go into this secondary part of the dungeon called a back room, in which monsters are stronger, the loot is better, and your weapon will get more experience for being back there. Or, in some cases, it will get less. And in some cases, it'll actually lose. Actually, I don't think there are ever any cases where it'll get less, but there will be cases where it'll lose, and those are special rooms, and trust me, I hate those. Either way, let's go ahead and use our Drawn's Crest and move on. However, I do want to exit this dungeon so I don't carry the poison with me, so leave dungeon temporarily. As you can hear, the music has changed. This is the default Norune Village music. That epic adventuring music we heard is not typical for the game. I mean for this village. As you can see, Mr. Fairy King is here trying to explain more things. Seems like you finally came back with some Atla. Yeah, no shizzle. He's basically explaining that it goes into Atlamilia. We can place it all back down. Going back and forth between dungeon. Yes, yes, yes. Bit technical. Press select, edit mode. Press select again to walk. You can edit, place things. Seeing is believing. Try it yourself. To be perfectly honest, it's all very easy. And I'm never going to forget what he teaches, but he gives us this. A manual. It's a key item, which means we cannot sell it. It's a guide for using Atlamilia and other things. I wrote it for beginners like you. I'm not a beginner, though. I leave the world to reconstructing to you. I'll be watching. Indeed, you will. And stay up there. Crying out loud. I don't necessarily like his tutorials, to say the least. Anyway, now we can just hit X and go right back in. At this point... Ooh, I should have actually gone ahead and got some repair powder. This is troublesome. Well, we don't really have to worry about an HP recovery item because we do have some cheese. Basically, all HP recovery items are in the form of food. Anyway. Huh? Oh, hey, it's a kitty cat. And it's running away from us. Whatever. Anyway, welcome to the second floor. Like I said, dungeons are randomly generated, so you cannot actually make a map. But you can definitely plot out where Atla will be, because they will always appear on the same floor. And you can definitely line that up with consistency by comparing my Let's Play with somebody, say, oh, I don't know. The only one I do know that's ever Let's Played this game, other than myself, is Necroscope86, so you can compare with him, for one. And you will definitely see that there are similarities. Chests are random. Wow. A map and the crystal. Yeah. The circular objects is the magic crystal, which is basically a compass, and obviously the rectangular object was a map. I think that would be fairly self-explanatory. Here's something that's useful for K-Bats. If you hold X, you can actually charge an attack. Gotcha. That does more damage and also takes away more weapon HP, which it's basically a win-loss situation. You're dealing more damage, but at the same time, you're using more weapon HP. I don't typically use charged attacks. Just saying. Either way, it said our weapon's ABS is full, which is ABS for short. And that basically means we can upgrade it. However, I don't want to upgrade it as of yet, because we do not have any good attachments. So what I'm going to do to avoid lost ABS, I'm going to switch to the dagger. Granted, probably not the most useful of items. Yeah, see, here's L1 in action. Switch between targets. And then, yeah, you can disengage. Oh, that was a bad move. And that was a bad move. Great grab for me. As you saw, enemies will sometimes drop items. Like that skeleton warrior just drops some bread. But that just... it's really randomized. Gotcha. Oops. It would be a good idea to equip wind against flying enemies, because that's what they're typically weak against. Ooh, I don't see any water on this floor, so we might be drinking ours. I do see a buff/debuff circle, though. If you can see that little tiny blue speck on the map, that's what I call a buff/debuff circle. Because basically, it will do one of two things. Either A, it will assist you, or B, it'll assist your enemies. Or it'll completely screw you over. Because there are some effects, like, I know of one in particular, that there's, like, one, and then there's the polar opposite. It'll double the amount of money you have in your pocket, and it will halve. Which basically entails you've gained some more money, or you have lost some more money. Okay, we got a lamp, and we also got some stand-in powder. That is completely useless unless we have party members, so... I will explain, though, that stand-in powder is just... It's basically used that if your character, quote-unquote, faints or dies, basically you could just use stand-in powder to switch, so you don't have to immediately exit the dungeon. So it's useful. A barbell. I'm not quite sure who uses a barbell in this village. A banana. Let's see, I think we got a lamp from there. So let's keep going. We haven't found Drowned Crest yet. We're definitely going to be needing to drink this water here soon. And then this will be practically the last item, and we will have to go back to the mayor to get more supplies. So, I mean, as of right now, there are no shops that I can buy the supplies from, so our mayor is our only option. And as of right now, we'll be fine. Over there, we have a new enemy, which is, I think, classified as a mage. It is a Yamich, which is a particularly annoying enemy, but it's not that bad. As you can see, it does have a drill attack, but that's very easy to counter. You just get up close and smack it to death. I had Drowned Crest even. What's in this chest? A holy gem. You would think that's an attachment, but no, it is actually a throwable item. Throwable items are basically what they are. They're weapons that you can throw. Well, we have 2 bread, which is useful, but unfortunately, we don't have any water, so we're going to have to try to get through this without eventually dying, well, fainting of thirst, really. Okay, you don't actually die. Camacho! Sounds like he'd be related to Macho, and I'm not sure why. It's not like he has Macho in his name or anything. Yep, our dagger's about to break. Now, when the dagger breaks, it doesn't disappear. When any other weapon breaks, it disappears forever. So that's really frustrating if you've been working on a weapon for like a forever and a half and it breaks. But for a dagger, I'm not really going to worry about it. See, now its health is at 2. Dagger's ABS is full. I'm just going to upgrade this without any attachments on it because, well, it's neither a good nor bad idea. Because, I mean, it increases its stats somewhat, which is useful. Either way, this thing's basically going to break, so it's not going to matter. Anyway, what's in this Atla? There's another backroom entrance there. To get to the backroom, you can't just jump on, as I'm going to demonstrate. Away from me. Get! Jeez, stupid dasher. If you press X, there's a tram with rusty wheels. Basically, you need an item to get back there. I think I've entailed this. Okay, thank you, Sonic the Hedgehog. You can go away. Anyway, now our weapon is broken, so now all we can do is 1 point of damage. And we've been poisoned yet again. When your weapon is completely busted, it's a good idea to use throwable items. I'm actually going to eat that bread so I don't die. And then I'm going... Actually, I should have showed that you could actually stack healing items, but I didn't show that. But yeah, you can put as many healing items in a stack on the quick bar as you like. However, this does not apply to every item. Use the skill to keep moving back here. And a weapon that only does 1 damage is perhaps not the best way to engage. So we will leave, and I will repair this dagger. Since I'm equipped with a broken weapon, let's see what this does. Pump with energy. This will let us do, like, 2 damage. And actually, this is useful, because once poison wears... Because once this wears off, poison will as well. Granted, if I don't die. Okay. Try a minute. Okay, you're dead. And you will be soon. I don't really have to worry about the weapon breaking, because, well, yeah, see, poison's worn off. However, so does stamina, so I'm not doing as much damage. This is a very abusive trick. If your speed is low enough, you can basically just spam swing your weapon. Like this. It's actually faster than the normal 5-hit combo that you can do, but it depends on the speed of the weapon. And yeah, that's what the dagger looks like when it's broken. Another lamp. And we got our mitts on a Undead Buster, which, obviously by the name of it, means that it's a item that will increase the statistics when fighting a zombie. Getting thirsty, need water. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Because when you're thirsty, you actually start gradually losing 1 HP per second, which you're not gonna last long unless you drink some water. And since there's no water on this floor, we have to get out of here. Okay, so it's apparently more like 1 HP per 4 or 5 seconds by the looks of it. Go ahead and open this, and leave. Leave dungeon temporarily. This is the annoying part about the beginning, is that you're going to find yourself returning to the surface quite often, not because of, like, any factors that you can, like, really rebuild the village, but more like you ran out of supplies and you're going to need some more. Now, this guy will give you whatever you're missing in your inventory, so he'll give, well, a mirror. So, our only hope is to run, blah, blah, blah. Nope. Okay. So he gave us our items. He gave us some water, which I'll put here, some bread, I'll put here, and another antidote drink, which I'll put here. Now, he'll only give you back whatever items you used. So basically, when I use my repair powder for the dagger, because that's always useful to have around, even if I don't use it a whole lot, if I talk to him again, he'll give me more items. Now, like I said, this only applies to items you are missing, not to items that, you know, you already have. So, like, I had a bread and antidote drink, but I was missing water and repair powder. I got those back. Now then, I think the Baselard is at alright condition. Yeah, it's fine. I don't plan on swinging it around a whole lot until I get some better items, which won't happen until we either A, go into the back room, or B, we go into a certain section of the dungeon, which, if I do correctly, we will get something very nice indeed from it. Either way, let's go back into the dungeon. It is at dusk at this point, so we're going to be here for a while. Obviously, as you can see, there is a time system to this game, and that really only applies to fishing, and occasionally to some characters, so yeah, either way, let's go back to the dungeon, to the 3rd floor. Yeah, I can't make these segments 15 minutes. I mean, this is like a 3rd-person shooter. Look, old man. I appreciate the help, but I'm better at explaining this. I'm back. Exciting, eh? Don't give me that look. This is for your benefit. Now, here's the intermediate coast. Coast? Course. I won't repeat myself, so listen carefully. You can lock on with circle, red target frame, blah blah. L and R1 button function should change during lock on. R1 to guard and L1 to switch targets. Yes, I know this. Don't forget the guard function. Changing attributes, which is basically changing the elements of your weapon. Fire, ice, thunder, wind, and holy many monster development specific attribute. I do believe that by basing on the circle, fire. No, that's not right, because holy wouldn't be fire. Well, either way. It's just basically talking about attributes. What do you think? Easy hunt, blah, 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 fried noodles. So that's enough for this time. Right. Hey, wait a minute! Are you saying my brain's a noodle? Great. Either way, let's keep going. Now then that our dagger's repaired, we do have an extra repair powder. And it's back to its win element. I don't really mind. Crap, there's a new enemy. This is a statue dog. It's really cute looking, but that's something I want to avoid. right now because we don't really have the endurance weaponry to truly take it on. Okay, I see a back room on our map. Thankfully, this thing's opaque. And there is water, so we don't have to burn through our health or water items. In the early part of the games, you really have to plan this out, else you're just going to find yourself getting screwed over and over again. Yeah, this thing shaves off 2 weapon HP, and yeah, it's got strong attacks. Not fun. Anyway, we're making some pretty decent dough, but you're gonna find that, dang, that's the second time that we found the crystal and the map in the same room. But you're gonna find that as we get some decent-ish items to sell, like throw items, because I don't usually crap a statue. These guys especially, I don't like fighting. Because they have 2 different attacks, unlike most enemies, which have, like, 1 right now, which is basically just their typical attack. Statues have a vertical swing and a horizontal swing. And the horizontal swing is very difficult to avoid, and they do a lot of damage at this point. Remember, we only have 3 defense, so yeah. Anyway, we got Peggy's house. Or Pages. I don't think it's Pages. But that would be our love interest, I would assume. I forget at this point. It's been a little bit since I last played. Llama. Nathan's llama. Important. I suppose it does. And guys, girl you knew. Yes, this is our love interest's house. Anyway, here is another Atla pond, which is actually a fishing location. So if we ever find a fishing rod, we're fishing. Either way. Oh. Come on, cut me some slack, guys. I feel like I'm playing League of Legends all over again. Go. Go. Oh. I apologize for that. Apparently somebody isn't reading the door sign. But basically, parents barging in. Just to say goodnight, really. Either way, let's just keep going. Like I said, I typically want to avoid statue dogs and statues in general. Because they just eat up your weapon HP at this point. They're not friendly towards weapons. Hey! You can't do that. It's against the law. Dang, 2 statues? Thankfully you have the Drown's Crest, so we don't have to fight them, but even so. I mean, some of these enemies are goodies that I want. I mean, sometimes they'll drop repair powder, even. Okay, so try to avoid his, like, straight attack. Apparently that's got, like, poison. Really? Come on, I'm recording. Somebody just messaged me on Steam, is all. Don't get your panties tied up in a bunch. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a dip in this water so we can both restore our water meter and give ourselves a bit more of HP. Because that would be wise at this point. Dive in and dive out. Looks like there's only one more chest, and after that, after this floor, it might be wise-ish to, well, I don't think it'd be wise to resurface yet, because we're fine for now, but this poison, I'm actually going to get rid of it. Typically, you don't want to just waste your antidote drink. As soon as you get poison, you want to last as long as you can with it. But I'm going to avoid you. Not worth my time. Oh, the map key. Yellow means exit, green means entrance, question mark, as I've said, means entrance to the back door. That little big light bluish aqua circle that you see in the room in the bottom right, that designates water. And then red dots mean enemies, yellow dots mean chests, green dots, which there are none, other than the entrance, which is an obvious different shade of green that I mean Atla. And like I said, little light blue circles mean buff debuff circles. Anyway, bread, that's always useful. I think I can actually now show the stack feature, which if I take the bread, I can go ahead and stack it there, so I don't have to constantly refresh it. Statue. I want to fight you. Okay, I hardly want to fight you, but I'll do it anyway. Gotcha. As you can see, the weapon's HP drains when you use the special attack, and not when you hit. An ice gem, you'd also think that would be an attachment, but it's not. It's actually also another throwable item. But there are gemstones that you can attach to your weapon, but we haven't found any yet, so you won't know what to look for. I'll wait until we get one or two before I go ahead and explain what they're used for. Either way, let's go ahead and prop our Dron's Crest right in. Go ahead and use a repair powder, because I'm not going to hit anything else until we're on the next floor. And practically be over and done with. We are getting a little thirsty, but let's save the water and hope to God that there's some water on the next floor. So I'm going to stay in here for a little while longer. B4. Okay. Now, this floor is... As you can see, there are no enemies or anything nearby. So I'm going to go ahead and drink this water. But you can definitely tell there's something suspicious. Because first of all, we don't have a mini-map. And secondly, it's a big open room. I mean, something's going to happen. Okay. Now you die! Yeah, that's what I think a skeleton sounds like. Either way, just a bunch of skeleton soldiers trying to give you a hard time. Easy to deal with. If you have a holy gem, that thing has a splash radius, so if they're all clumped together, you just go ahead and throw it and kill them easy. Actually, just gotta drop some bread. Alright. Dagger abs is full. You look different. Nathan. He's a tough one, Nathan. Really? You have to say my name twice? You'll have to duel him. Duel is a special form of combat. Controller button markers will move from right to left. I'm pretty sure at this point Nathan's like, what the hell are you talking about? Press the right button when they line up with the light blue bar. Arrows such as left direction mean press in that direction with either directional buttons or the left analog stick. I recommend using the directional pad because the analog stick is probably going to be the most finicky thing in the world if you try that. And then the closer the button mark is to the center of the blue bar, when you press it, the better your rating will be. If you hit all the marks with the right timing, you'll be victorious. When the duel starts, you will be given indication of it with this mark. Be aware of it. Here it begins. Stay focused. Now, this is what I was talking about when doing it right. So, let's knock ourselves out. That one's easy. Excellent. Excellent! A present from the fairies of Terra. Acquired opal. Now, you would think that'd be something to sell, but actually, that gem is an attachment. As I will show with this, but, well, yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade so I don't accidentally have it on when I upgrade. Anyway, if we go to customize, you can see the opal here. Gem can be attached to weapon. These are gemstones that you can attach to weapons, and they do a crazy amount of increasing. Opals do plus 10 endurance, no element, plus 10 metal killer, and plus 10 mage killer. However, that's going to be more useful on the Baselard. Let's go ahead and equip it. Well, I mean... Ha! Sadly, you can't hit the left and go all the way down here, but I think... Nope. Can't you, like, quick go to... Well, I suppose that's quick enough. Equip this. I want to customize, thank you. I'm going to wait until I get a second gem before I upgrade this thing. But now this thing is going to be a bit more effective in combat, should I decide to equip it, because now it has more endurance. That's the equivalent of the dagger in its original form. So it's not going to die as easily. Anyway, go ahead and grab this gold. We have 2 chests here. One has power-up powder, which you should really consider saving in case of, like, emergency cases to quickly level up your weapon, in case you get, like, gems that you want to equip on it for, like, the next thing. And we get Drawn's Crest. Obviously, what Mr. Fairy King said is true. Drawn's Crest won't always appear on enemies, and that's true for any other dungeon. Go down here. Next floor. We can keep going. And here we go. Now, come on, cut me a break. How's it going? Got the hang of it yet? The floors beneath this one are even tougher. None of the advanced course to give you a fair chance against the meter enemies down below. Are you using your charge attack when fighting enemies? No. It's practically useless. Hold down the circle button. Yeah. Obviously, they didn't change that from Japanese version to English. Jump slash. Talk more about weapons. Growing, start upgrading them. I know how to upgrade, okay? Absorbing attachments. Basically, when you upgrade a weapon, any attachments that are on it are going to be up... Oh, wow, I'm well over the 30-minute mark. Anyway, I'll just keep going. Any attachments equipped to a weapon will be absorbed by the weapon, so they basically... it's a permanent attachment now. And you can attach new attachments after it upgraded, so... Yeah. There's a power limit to each weapon, and that means attack power, magic power, endurance, and speed will have a limit to them. All statistics else from that have a cap at 99, which is the highest actually, a cap at 100, I think. Which is definitely the highest they can get, and basically means the weapon is the most overpowered son of a gun in the world. When infantry is level 5 or greater, they can be status broken. Which means, basically, you sacrifice the weapon in order to get an attachment, basically. And half, or somewhere in a half percentage range, will be basically carried over to the next weapon you equip it to. So, yeah. They're called synth spheres, by the way. God, this idiot. Either way, other than the fact that this guy really does tick me off sometimes, I'm going to stop the part right here, because like I said, I went well over the 30-minute mark. But, yeah, I thank you guys for watching. In the next part, we will go deeper into the Divine Beast Cave, I think it's called. I honestly forget the names very frequently. Other than No Rit Village, that's easy. But, yeah. See you guys in the next part.